In this video, I'm going to reiterate the image link technique and create a series of social media icons for the footer of this web page. I'm going to need to add a little bit more content, and I'll start by adding a copyright line at the bottom of the footer. So we'll add something like a paragraph tag. And we're going to add a copyright symbol. There are a bunch of kind of glyphs and symbols that have HTML codes that you can use. For copyright, we write it like this, and there's no way you remember this, but you'll be able to look it up in a reference. The ampersand copy and then a semicolon gives you the copyright symbol. 2020, and then we'll close up that paragraph tag. Okay, that's pretty good. So there's some content for us to get started with. I'll start writing some CSS for the footer. So we'll add in target the footer, select the footer. We're going to start off by giving it a background color, I'd say, similar to the header. So I might just go and copy that header background color out of there. We also need to give it a text color of white. And some padding to match. Oops, spelling it right. And let's align all of this content to the center of the page. Ripper. Time to add our social media icons. I'm going to do that above the above that paragraph. Now we're going to wrap our. Let's start by putting the image in. Remember to close off your image tag, and I'm just going to go over to my Cloudinary account and grab this Twitter URL. Oops. Pop it in there. Excellent. So that's looking good. It's a good image for our purposes. We're going to have to change its size, obviously. Let's turn it into a link by adding an anchor tag, start, and the end. And I'm just going to put a hash in there to kind of as a placeholder. So that will be where we put our URL to our Twitter account. And then we're going to go to the end of the image account and remember to close off that anchor. So you see if I select the start, CodePen shows me that I've got an end tag there, and then when I hover over that that icon, I can tell that it's a link, which is exactly what I want. I'm going to copy and paste this little snippet here a few times. I've got 4 social media icons, and I'm going to go and copy each of those links, and replace them. I'll provide you with these links if you're working along with me. You can see them being added to the render on the right hand side there. So you'll have to copy and paste these links into this position. Okay, now you can see that they're too big and they start to wrap around there. We don't want that to occur, so I'm going to add a class to I'm going to add a class to, no, actually I can use CSS to target images inside the footer. So let's go into the footer and then find any images in the footer, and then we can style them. Maybe we can just change the width. I think they're about 200 pixels wide as a file, as an image, and so let's bring that right down to, I don't know, 50 pixels. It could be a percentage as well. And let's add some margin. Around each of those, just to kind of space it out a little bit. And that's looking good to me. So we've incorporated a series of image files as links to our social media accounts.